Last time on Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright.
So, this is the power of the gold transmutation spell. Most spectacular. It looks like the work of the finest artisans.
I assure you, it is the work of no artisans, my lord. By the way, the missing arm has not yet been found.
Totally not around Amir's
and he
neck.
stares straight at Amir.
Oof, well, this is unfortunate. I thought the evidence was burned.
Your Honor, there's a traumatized young child in the room. Really?
Look, I've got to get some humor out of my life. The missus doesn't allow it.
A large amount of powdered medicine.
No. White powder.
A large amount of white powder was spilt all over the floor.
White powder?
Amir detail.
Oh, that's my brother.
You all hear my name? Hello? What? Who invokes the name of the great Amir Punching Bag the First?
Shut up, you drunken lout.
This is lout you.
Where could that missing arm be?
And then the camera pans to Amir. It's like, I have no idea.
It's Mr. Amir Punching Bag the First to you, bluey. Likes of you ought to show some respect to a future man of wealth such as me.
I may be wrong, but there is something about that man. Wouldn't you say he looks, suspicious?
No, not at all. I don't get that at, like one bit.
Espello, you've really got to learn to trust people.
Oh, no. Oh, it's that guy.
Amir! You lying, cheating, good for nothing! You've tried to deceive me! You want to know who I am? I'm Price the pawnbroker. And this man is a shameless, cheating bum! He had the nerve to lie to me! He said this arm was made of gold, but it's just turned back into flesh and sludge!
And now I want to be sick. What you can't see through the screen, those of you watching this playthrough, people, is the smell. You don't get the sense of the smell.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah, although it's not really versus.
Professor Layton with a little bit of Phoenix Wright.
Well, no, I don't agree. I don't agree to that. I think it's more Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright.
True.
They're not really against each other.
What? No. I think you mean Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton.
I think you mean Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright, my boy.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton.
I'm pretty sure that I can read.
I'm Sarah.
You're made of gold! You can't
I'm
read anything! And I'm Taylor.
And I'm interrupted.
Nice. After that little train wreck, if you do, for some reason, like this kind of stuff, then please consider giving us a little like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell.
Yeah.
Let's get on in, boys.
And don't forget, you can support us further by continuing to watch some of our stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, right, so, okay. We have a gold Layton.
A gold Layton.
Indeed, the victim's finger has a glint to it resembling that of a sword's edge. And I feel like I remember now making the comment about, which I definitely know, as someone who possesses a sword,
yes.
I can see that it's extremely similar to the edge of a sword. His finger and the sword. Definitely no difference whatsoever.
Barnham walks into court next time, you just see Layton hung off his hip.
Well, just the arm.
Yeah, just the arm.
Just the arm and the pointy finger.
Such a sense of power and intensity. It's enough to send a shiver down the spine of anyone being pointed at.
No puzzle is a match for the power of the professor's pointing finger.
Hey.
It's just like...
I guess no one remembers that I'm known for pointing like that, too.
I think your pointing finger makes quite an impression too, Mr. Wright.
Could you say that a little bit? It's like, could you maybe say that a little bit louder so people can hear you?
I really can't, because my voice actors can't go any louder with this accent.
So is this what it's like to feel supported?
Oh.
No, she's just taking pity on me.
I'm really not. I'm being sincere, Mr. Wright.
Is that all you had to say, Sir Blue Knight?
Huh?
As I said before, whether the victim had a knife or not is completely irrelevant.
So the one thing that we know is it's relevant.
Yeah, what he said. You'd better apologize to me now. Badgering me for no reason like that.
Is that all there is to it? Or could that arm hold some other clues?
Just let me break it off again. Layton's like,
I want you to know that I felt every excruciating moment while my arm was severed, but of course, I had no mouth and I must scream.
oh no. We've come this far. Maybe there's something else you could ask about.
She's right. I need to ask some more questions. Well then, Mr. Amir. Perhaps you could tell me one more thing about that arm.
I guess where it was lying.
Yeah, where was it lying?
Yeah.
I feel that's probably the most important part.
You found the arm on the floor, pointing upwards, you said?
Yeah, I did. Finders keepers, I say. It was pointing straight up at the ceiling.
The arm somehow happened to fall down in such a way that it landed upright.
Did someone say my name?
What's up, right?
What are the odds of that?
What is upright?
Actually, that reminds me of a puzzle. Oh no!
Wait, am I turning into Layton?
And now, if you could just show us on this floor plan here. I'd like to know the exact spot where you found the victim's arm.
It's like, well, it's not even on there, really, actually. I could do with a map of the town. I found it in a haystack
Haystack.
across town.
Yes, sure, I remember that well. It was right here. There.
Well, that's a weird place.
Yeah.
If he was
Especially if
pointed the other way.
he was pointing to the right, but his arm was not behind him.
There's it again! There it is again!
What?
What?
Right!
Oh,
No! Oh, for God's sake.
Yes. That's where you would expect it to have fallen.
Is it?
is it?
Is it?
Yeah, what?
Now, if that's where it was, then something's definitely not right.
If you keep looking at that sketch so intensely, you shall burn a hole in it. Or perhaps you're going to claim there's a contradiction in it somewhere.
That's exactly right.
It's like he can read me.
There, there it is again. Someone keeps calling my name.
Am I
This
getting a little
arm.
fan base?
A little one.
This arm is the final clue left by the professor. Even after turning to gold, he was pointing out something important. Namely, the key to solving this case.
He was pointing at the white powder. No, he was pointing at the ceiling, but yeah.
I'm sorry, Sarah. What was he pointing at?
The ceiling,
The ceiling, not the other thing.
not the white powder.
You know, you have to do it. You have to lean right in.
White powder.
Did you swallow the microphone?
Yes.
Well, there's a pop filter in front of it, so
I had
she'd
to,
struggle.
Proper smush my face up into the pop filter
Yeah.
to press it against the mic. Not smush anything else, you dirty boy. Goodness me. Wash your mouth out with soap, you dirty
Come on,
bugger.
come on, Judge.
I'm gonna say, Judge, it's you.
No! I refuse!
You're the one holding it up, Chuck.
Shut up! You peasants.
Well, Defender, do you see any problems in the locations marked on the sketch?
Well, I mean,
mate,
I love that.
everything-
Sure, there's a problem.
No,
Nah,
everything's fine.
Everything's cushy, mate.
Guilty.
Do we have any sort of like obviously they've got the floor plan there. If I click details, yeah, it doesn't show him pointing. That little picture of Maya is so cute.
It is, isn't it?
So let's see.
Yeah, we just have the case outline, which we can't inspect, by the way. It's literally just that. The wall behind the painting will be painted green. The floor plan, which again just shows.
So if Layton was pointing, he was pointing at that far wall.
Well, it says
Or
it was,
towards the circle.
Well, no, he was pointing upwards at the ceiling. That's what they're saying.
No. It's
That was how the
in
arm
that
fell.
position.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, but beforehand.
Yeah. Sorry, that was me confusing. No.
So wait, so we're suggesting that he was pointing at the back wall then?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Either at the wall or at the magic circle.
Well, I would argue no, because if his arm fell here, he has to have been pointing like this way. And the only thing that's of interest is when we were there, there was the painting on the wall, and I noticed that on the floor plan here, there's a gap here, which implies that if that painting is hiding, I don't know, a hole or something, like that could be something.
Oh, yeah. And there was
think-
paint on that wall from Grey Earl.
Yeah, and it's the same colour as the corresponding wall, I believe, in what's
the
his
other
face's
room.
office.
Yeah.
The alchemist's office.
Yeah. So it could be something like that, maybe. So anyway, so let's go back and say yes, there is a problem.
Of course there's a problem!
I am amused that it's framing him and Layton together, and Layton's just like stood there. There's like nothing he can do. It's weird. Psh! And where would that be precisely?
The professor's arm has armed me with some vital evidence.
Oh God, he really is you, isn't he? Like you two really are the same
Don't you
person.
point the finger at me, sir.
Ah!
Mr. Wright, that was terrible.
Like, oh!
Really? Because I thought it was as good as gold.
Ah!
Really, Mr. Wright? Nick, really? Hello? Saving my life, important,
I just have to
be
make
quiet.
puns to cope with the imminent loss and demise of my former assistant.
Will the defense?
Wow.
Oh my God. I'm actually dying over here.
Sorry, darling.
It's okay. Well, it's not really.
So, the puns are making Pete go, ow! Which is the symbol for gold, AU.
I think he's gonna explode.
I just don't have words. I really just words are failing me at this point.
I've got one.
What's happening here is, Taylor, you're saying all this stuff, and what you're doing is you're pushing important information out of my brain with this. I am literally getting dumber every time I hear something.
Okay, viewers, mark off Taylor and Pete bickering on your bingo.
You know what? Through the last episode, we didn't have any. We didn't have any bickering in the previous episode.
No.
When you say the previous episode, do you mean of this, or do you mean
No.
Greatest Study?
We bickered the other one, but I meant the previous weeks. There was none.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is, Pete, you just have to tidy up your brain attic.
Yep.
Its location leads to a huge contradiction.
Oh, diddy.
In that case, why don't you enlighten us and show us this so-called contradiction? What contradiction does the victim's arm create?
What? Well, I don't know if I. See, now
Well,
I'm
he's not pointing at Maya.
It's gotta. Is it the wall? Do we use a hint coin?
Well, the thing is yeah, we did suggest that he was pointing at because before it was said that he was pointing this
He
way.
was pointing that way with the knife before.
Yes.
The knife.
The contradiction of the location of the arm is. I just don't. I'm not. Frick.
I mean, I guess it's separated from him. So how did that happen? If he was pointing in the other direction?
Yeah. So what? But I don't know what. What am I to click on?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe the far wall. I don't know.
Got it.
It's not gonna.
Got it? The contradiction is right here?
No.
What say you, Inquisitor Barnham?
I believe that was a definitive proof. That there is a contradiction here.
Uh-oh.
Not in the sketch, but rather in this court.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. That contradiction is you, Sir Blue Knight. Perhaps you had better go back to your bakery.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
I think, what Inquisitor Barnham means to say is that your objection was a little off the mark.
Thanks, Captain Obvious!
You're welcome. I could be wrong, of course.
Yeah, I got that, Isabella. I'm not that clueless. I've got to get it right next time. I don't want to make a fool of myself again.
You appear to be looking away from the facts, rather like a certain witness.
I won't look away from my mistakes, but I will keep looking on the bright side. And on the bright side, that's one possibility eliminated. All the more chance of getting it right next time.
In that case, why don't you enlighten us and show us this so-called contradiction?
All right, I just have to find the contradiction and then I'll be golden.
The contradiction that the arm creates. Hang on a minute. So is there... To the goal, armory attached. Magic septum necessary for the thing. The floor plan shown there. The wall behind it had been painted green. It just...
Is it that because the arm is behind him? Because he was pointing in a different direction. So why is it behind him?
So what, just like, you think...
Yeah, that...
The arm itself.
Oh!
Okay.
The contradiction is right here?
And this is the victim's arm?
Yeah. Would a broken arm fall on its end and stand up neatly like that? It's even less likely than a coin landing on its edge.
Defender, this is not so much a contradiction as merely an oddity.
An oddity reminiscent of yourself, foolish Blue Knight.
I'm sure if you knock Mr. Layton's statue down slow down, Sarah.
100 times.
I'm sure if you knocked Mr. Layton's statue down 100 times, his arm would end up like that at least once.
Knowing the professor, I bet it would happen.
Okay, I get it. My mistake.
Wow. All right.
Right, okay.
You appear to be looking away from the facts.
Okay,
Like
again, I feel like it's gotta be... he's like looking away, so it's gotta be the direction he's pointing in. Or something. I don't know.
So, do we think the summoning circle then?
That's the only other thing I can think of.
Contradiction is right here. What say you?
Oh my
no.
God!
Oh, God.
All right, let's use a hint coin.
I guess we're gonna have to. We're gonna have no. We're gonna be
left
dead.
Here.
See, now it's like, do I reload a save? Oh my jibby Jesus. Well, we've gotten this far without using a coin, but I guess you know.
Now is the time.
All right then, fine. Blech. We'll use a hint coin. No! The staff? Really? No way. Really?
What?
I'm confused. I guess the contradiction though is if he's pointing at the staff. Well, I was gonna say that he why would he be pointing? He must have seen it before. No, I'm stupid. I don't even know what I'm saying. I was gonna say he must have seen it before he turned to gold, but he.
But the witch came out of the summoning circle.
Well, because yeah,
So who was behind him then? I guess.
Right, if he was pointing at the witch from the summoning circle, and then how did the staff end up back there?
I don't know.
must be.
Let's hit the button and find out.
Got it? The contradiction is right here?
I'm so cross that it was right next to the hand, though.
Yeah.
Like, that it's literally the same vicinity.
This is the witch's scepter?
Let's go over the order of events as per the witnesses' testimonies. First, the witch cast a spell on the professor, turning him to gold. When all of you rushed to the crime scene, that golden statue fell down, making a loud noise. Next, the witch dropped the scepter.
Why are you zoomed in on me? I'm not a witch.
What are you getting at, Sir Blue Knight? All witnesses agree with this order of events.
That's right. They all agree that's how it happened. But then, there's the arm.
Well, what about it? Spit it out!
Let's assume that Maya was the witch.
Nick, that's not very helpful. That's not gonna help
Just
my case.
give me a sec. Now, look at the sketch again.
He'd be pointing.
The witch dropped the scepter after having turned the professor to gold.
So he'd be pointing at Maya, even though she threw the staff to one side. But he's not pointing at Maya. He's pointing at the staff. So
Yeah.
Okay.
The scepter tumbled along the floor and was found here, as asserted by the prosecution. However, that would be impossible. There's no way it could have been there.
Oh, I see it now.
The arm. It was.
I'm glad you seem to have noticed. The victim's arm was on the floor right here, standing on its end.
Oh. It would have knocked the arm over.
Oh, yeah!
Oh my
my God!
That's even more like crazy. Ah!
We're not smart.
Therefore, the scepter couldn't possibly have fallen that way. Ergo, it couldn't have been the defendant who dropped the scepter. In other words, Maya is not a witch! That is so stupid.
Task
That
failed
is so
successfully.
unbelievably stupid.
Order! 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 How can this be? The Inquisition's reasoning has been proven invalid through just one single piece of unusual evidence.
Call it Layton's magical touch. The Midas touch, if you will.
The Layton touch.
The professor sacrificed his arm to leave us just the evidence needed to... Did he really do that on purpose, though? I'm confused.
No, I don't think so.
Needed to turn this thing around.
That was amazing, Mr. Wright.
Professor?
Objection!
Dad.
An admirable deduction, Sir Blue Knight, that I cannot deny. Even if we are to assume your reasoning is correct, and that girl in the cage is not a witch.
Even if...
Did I stutter? In the many trials I have attended, I have become well versed in certain aspects of magic.
Witch?
No, he's a man, Sarah.
Remember, witches
course.
witches are all female.
Oh, of course.
Therefore, I'm fine. I'm all too aware of its potential to confuse people, befuddle their minds, and make their memories hazy. No one can resist such a maddening influence.
Oh, God. No wonder I can't remember anything. I've been under a spell the entire time.
I mean, what does that say about me?
What are you trying to say, Inquisitor?
I'm getting to it! The scepter could not have tumbled across the floor if the arm were in its way. However, can we be sure that is where the arm was? Are all of the witnesses able to confirm its location at the time?
Objection! We've heard what they had to say several times now. They agreed the scepter fell after the victim fell over.
Yeah, but now we're arguing, and then we're going to point to them. They're all going to be like, they're going to be influenced by this very argument. So, objection. And yet, no one actually saw the scepter being dropped. Witnesses, think back to that incident once more. Did the golden statue fall over first? Or did the star fall before
Objection, leading!
it? Think carefully about what you have seen and heard. Everything hinges on your testimonies. May your words guide us to the truth and decide the fate of this caged witch.
Hey, wait a minute.
Has he changed where he's standing?
They have, yes.
I was about to get ready to leave.
He's got a lunch appointment as well.
The missus is doing a spot of lunch, and it's my favorite.
And a pot roast. Nom, 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 nom.
What, lunch hub?
Chop. Oh no.
Oh, if you must know, it's steak and blow day.
Oh my god! I think that's gonna need a mild gavel.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay, fine.
It's the day that she takes her teeth out and, well...
Just stop! Just stop! Can we please, like, Sarah, did you say the thing? I'm sorry, I was so distracted by it that I don't know if you said it or
No,
not.
I didn't. I will say it now.
Thank you.
I was about to get ready to leave, but it seems there is need for further questioning. Testify once more, witnesses. Tell us of the golden statue and the Telea of Magica.
Okay.
Oh, poor Luke. Why do they all switch places now?
I don't know.
I was only focusing on the professor, so I don't remember much else.
Oh dear.
Oh, I don't know. I got there lost. It's all as that thing was glittering and glittering away, so I couldn't say much else.
Bewitched by love, or beloved by a witch, the poor cove knows not which is which.
Boo! Boo!
Dearie me, I remember. How obvious it seems now the staff was dropped before the statue fell over. Are you quite all right?
You're right there, Taylor.
No! Yes! It's not frustrating at all!
The impressionable witnesses.
I don't know what you mean.
Whoa, wait a minute! What you all said just now, it's totally different from your previous testimonies!
Sir Blue Knight, obviously you're not used to how blatantly impressionable the witnesses around here are. You are starting to notice it now, aren't you? That the witnesses are all entirely unreliable and the whole court is biased towards wanting to burn women. That is the way of magic. Such is the effect this black art tends to have upon those who witness it.
So, you know, the thing...
The witnesses are not lying, but simply having trouble remembering the truth. Yeah, I don't have any excuse. I'm just bad at remembering things, so...
It is. I think it is the logic that they use during the witch trials, though. Like, it's this. There's always some way you can twist to circle back around to them being a witch. It's just like it's a kangaroo court.
Yeah.
It just is. What a convenient excuse. Confronted with magic, their brains turn to mush, huh? I turned into Many Memo for some reason. I don't know why.
That's it. I was just thinking that. I'm like, you sound like that other witness. Yeah.
I got so traumatized by the stupidity that I completely changed accents. That's what I call a Many Memoism.
And don't you forget it.
Ever since our ancestors drank from the fountains of wisdom and obtained the capacity for reason.
That doesn't sound like witchcraft at all.
No.
I think you guys might have actually drank from the lead-contaminated well, judging by the overall intelligence around here.
Witchcraft has been one of the things to remain incomprehensible, even to the most intelligent of us.
In fact, the one thing to remain incomprehensible, as opposed to one of the things. It was the one thing.
Oh.
Apparently they know everything
The
else.
One Ring?
No. Nevertheless, the onus is on us to stand up against magic and pass judgment on these witches.
That's not what I read.
And so here we are, doing battle with the weapons of the wise. Words. I'd much rather it be my sword, though. With words, we shall pass judgment upon this supposed witch. Which is interesting that he's saying supposed as opposed to definitely 100% without a doubt is a witch.
Defender, you may begin your interrogation and help us arrive at the truth.
And by the way, so when Pete and I bicker, we're just using words as weapons of the wise against each other. We're doing battle
Is that what you call it?
with words. And I kicked my microphone stand.
See,
That was silly.
this is what happens. The professionalism here, guys. This is what you come to listen to. Are we ready?
No, but okay.
No? What, we're just going to sit on this screen?
No, we're not going to sit on this screen.
Okay. Is it the old press everything, or are we?
Guess
Do we
so.
think? Yeah, because I
Yep.
suppose we've got to do the whole like see if somebody like.
Hold
rates
it!
up.
Luke,
Mr.
you
Wright?
said before that you heard the scepter fall to the floor. And that was after the professor fell over.
Well, I thought so. I thought so before. But now, the more I think about it, the less certain that I am at... Oh my God, I can't even talk now. The more I think about it, the less certain I am that I actually heard it. How could I have been paying attention to anything else when the professor was... when he was... Well, memories of everything else are too fuzzy.
I guess Luke was too shocked to take in his surroundings and notice anything else. I doubt I'll get any more information out of him for now.
Well, if there's one thing we know, when the game says one thing,
I'm sorry, Luke. I understand how hard this is for you.
let's move on to the next witness. Stop badgering the child, will you?
Hold it! And that thing would be...
Hey, on with that shiny jet next to you, Bluey.
Ugh, poor Professor Layton. More valued now than ever before. And you didn't notice the scepter on the floor?
Well, they do say that the
You
most-
know, I wasn't even looking at the floor.
Never mind. No, it doesn't
No?
matter. Doesn't matter.
My eyes were kind of glued to me, no source of income. What were you saying, Seth? Was it something dirty?
No, it actually wasn't, but it doesn't matter.
What was it?
Ah, the time has passed. The moment has passed.
If anything, I might have looked up at the ceiling, since that was where it was pointing.
I'm like, wait a minute, what was that? I couldn't tell if you were doing it. Oh, I didn't quite say it right, so I'm just going to be like, blah, 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 or no. But then you kept going. I'm like, oh, no, okay.
No, he's drunk.
I didn't get that at all. I heard the ceiling at the end.
Fires keepers, eh? Into me pocket it went.
Someone arrest this guy, please?
Throw him in the fire pit, anything?
Okie dokie.
Hold it! Would you mind translating your song into plain speech?
I shall simplify it once more just for you, esteemed Knight of the Court. First of all, let's talk about love. It's a pretty neat slant rhyme for cove.
Oh,
What?
sure
Love
it is.
and cove?
That just...
A cove is slang for a chap,
Let's
you
talk
see.
about loaf. It rhymes with
Let's-
cove.
Yeah, I know, I was just
What's
like-
love got to do with
Yeah.
it?
Then we have the word which, and it's homophone which. Homophone? 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 Yeah.
homophone, right?
Next, we have the delightful consonants of beloved and bewitched. It is ultimately a song about confusion.
I'm confused.
I'm not surprised. To be honest, there's nothing more to it. It's merely an artistic expression of my feelings.
So, it's got nothing to do with this case, does it?
I am a well of melodious words and poetic music. That is my only claim.
Dearie me.
Oh, and wait.
I thought somebody reacted.
Oh, Luke can understand what he's actually saying.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
All right, screw it.
Hang on! Luke, would you like to say something?
I normally would have circled round, but he's not even funny. He's just annoying.
Sorry. I guess I spaced out a bit. What is it, Mr. Wright?
You seem to be thinking pretty hard about something during Mr. Birdley's song, testimony just now. Is there something you would like to share with us?
Well, I've been thinking about what Mr. Barnham said a while ago.
What was that exactly?
That humans who witness magic become confused and lose sight of what's real. And they end up not knowing what exactly happened. Well, I was thinking Mr. Barnum might be right. And then it occurred to me that there might be a way. I mean, we do have with us
A parrot.
a witness who isn't human. Oh, dearie me.
The situation seems oddly familiar.
Polly?
If I had a nickel for every time a bird has testified in Phoenix Wright, I'd have 2 nickels, which is really weird.
Or is it like every time an animal, he's had to have an animal testify. I think that would be 2. I think that would be 3 at this point with this one.
We haven't gotten to the one with the orca yet, so.
No, but I was counting it.
That's Apollo, isn't it?
No.
No, is it Nick?
Yeah, it's Nick.
Oh, okay.
I asked him earlier if he remembers the events clearly or not. He said he has a memory better than an elephant and remembers everything perfectly well.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go.
So now I'm just thinking of Lassie, just like, woof, woof. What's that, Lassie?
Yeah.
Someone's gone out on their own. They got stuck down the well, and now nobody can find them. And you really need us to contact someone in the town to call for help and rescue them. And
Woof.
woof.
Or it's just like, rock! Dearie me! What's that? Oh, he says, I've borne witness to so many horrific events in my life. My every waking moment is torture, listening to this idiot that I ride on, singing incessantly. I hear his voice in my dreams, although calling them dreams is inappropriate as they more resemble nightmares. Oh, but yes, I did see the witch's scepter fall to the ground and heard the ghastly wails as she disappeared. Oh, thanks, Mr. Parrot.
I think you need help.
Dearie me! Ah, that's right! I almost forgot. Luke can talk to animals.
I mean, okay.
How do you forget that?
Yeah.
Mr. Wright, I know it sounds crazy, but please let me try. Let me ask Cracker to testify. Oh, dearie me.
Should I?
I mean,
We've got to at this point, Nick.
Normally, I'd say no. But considering how they are literally just letting the witnesses just change whatever they say whenever they want, I don't see how it's going to be any more
Are
weird.
they now going to go, well, clearly it can't be women that are witches. Throw them in the fire. You can talk to animals. That's
throw
just
the parrot.
weird.
And the parrot, too.
The parrots.
The parrot's a witch.
Oh, dearie me! My flesh is burning. I can smell my own entrails being cooked. I'm stuck now anyway, and the witnesses' testimonies are all over the place. A new testimony would be a wild card, but it might just be the thing to turn this trial on its head. But it's a crazy idea, all right.
I've done crazier.
If I make a mistake now, it'll put me in a tight spot.
Defender, are you still with us? This is not the time nor place for daydreaming. What do you intend to do?
It looks as though you've exhausted all means for a counterattack, Sir Knight in Blue. Is it not time you drop your sword?
Oh, it's Jigoku. If you have no further questions for the witnesses, Defender, I will consider your interrogation finished. What will it be then? Are we finished here? We'd better be, because I can't wait to get home and have that pot roast.
And by pot roast, I mean
Pot roast.
I've got 0 time to think it over. Better make a choice now. Should I summon the parrot as a witness?
Well, don't summon it.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
If you summon it, they're probably going to think you're a witch.
Let's hear Cracker's testimony.
Okay.
Your Honor, the defense would like to summon a new witness.
That's just so bad. He's just so shocked.
I do.
Witness, you say?
Who do you have in mind?
It's a witness you all know, by the name of, Mr. Cracker.
Mr. Cracker?
I know of no man by that name.
Mr. Cracker?
The defense summons its new witness, Mr. Cracker the Parrot.
Yes.
Beg your pardon? A parrot as a witness?
Yeah, because it's way weirder than everything else that's happened. Objection! This is the witch's court! Joking around will be considered contempt of court!
Objection! Mr. Cracker witnessed the crime. He saw it happen, and he heard it too. He's as valid a witness as the others.
Objection! No, no, no! That bird is nothing but a pet animal! Referring to it as Mr. will not change that!
Objection!
You can't just keep objecting!
Objection! Humans are confused by magic to the extent that they lose sight of what's real.
Oh, now you're quoting me too!
That's what you yourself said, Inquisitor Zacharias Barnham.
Oh, and we're on full names. Objection!
Oh my God.
Calling me by my full name does not help justify such brash foolishness. The Inquisition is against interrogating a parrot. By the way, kind sirs.
Oh no, it's Birdley.
Oh, was that Birdley?
I guess so. Yeah,
Oh,
he didn't
no.
say Barnum's name.
Oh,
so-
sorry.
By the way, kind sirs, I suppose you should know that my dear companion never forgets a sound he hears.
He remembers everything he hears, huh?
It's definitely worth asking Cracker to testify.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, it's not the. I suppose it's not the absolute weirdest thing.
The court sees the situation as follows. The witnesses' testimonies do not hold together. In fact, they are as erratic as that bard's songs.
Hey!
I cannot see this trial getting any more confusing.
Editor's note.
Very well. The defense may summon its avian witness. I can't believe I am doing this.
Can you believe it? What's up with
What's up with Mr. Bluesuit? Summoning a parrot as a witness.
summoning? So you mean like how the familiar was summoned?
By hook or by crook, I'll do whatever I can to save Maya.
And then berate her.
A parrot or a familiar. Whatever it takes. Within the boundaries of the law, of course.
Hopefully it just doesn't do like a big poop down the back of his hat.
Oh, right down his back.
Okay, sorry.
Oh.
Well, that wasn't me. Objection! To whatever it was you were saying that we didn't hear because we were all
I didn't even get a word out!
Yeah. Again, that wasn't me.
I'm objecting because...
I think it was like, all right then, so he was kind of starting here. Not so fast! In fact, not at all! I hardly even know where to begin! But... First of all, what's the matter with that boy? Looking so pleased with himself. He looks like the cat that got the cream.
The cream!
Oh, that'd be me, wouldn't it?
Oh, no.
The cream. The cream.
Oh, that'd be me, wouldn't it?
Where did Amir go?
They can't load that many 3D models on it.
No,
at once.
he's got like blind drunk and he's just passed out.
He's actually.
I've seen everything. Me always been having a little cat on
He fell over, but I bet he didn't fall into the fire to give us a break. He'll be back in the next case.
He'll be back.
Don't mind me. Just think of me as a perch for Cracker, that's all.
Because the developers really didn't want to model another, like a perch or anything.
Oh.
He could have perched on the Telea Magica. And just what is the purpose of questioning a bird? A parrot may be able to repeat what others say, but it cannot talk on its own.
Objection! It's precisely because Cracker doesn't talk in his own words that he's certain to tell us the truth.
What?
Right,
I
okay.
stabbed him, and therefore I couldn't possibly have killed him. What?
I'm as confused as you, Barnham.
Cracker remembers every sound he hears, even just the once, with absolute perfection. So let's have him testify exactly what he heard.
Oh no, if the parrot actually literally vocalizes the sound effects, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
That was not the angle I was expecting. I thought he was gonna like talk to the bird and ask him what he
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah, but it sounds like he's going to use him like a tape recorder.
And if Cracker can repeat every sound, I'd say this should be a valuable testimony.
Or it could be condemning.
Yeah.
What? I cannot believe this is happening. Oh,
Next stupid! Next stupid!
In fact, yeah, Lady Primstone's gone as well.
Yeah.
Miss Primstone, Lady Primstone.
A witness that cannot talk will not lie either. This idea is much to my liking. Well then, may our new witness Cracker testify to the court. We wish to know exactly what you heard from the beginning of the incident.
Take it from the top. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I guess Cracker didn't cough, Chuck.
Slum? Diddy diddy bee. Hold up.
Objection! What's this now?
Why, those are the sounds of the incident. Exactly as Cracker heard them.
Yes, it definitely sounded like a human relaying sound effects. I'm
Shut up, you.
I'm only kidding. Ludicrous! Evidently, this is nothing but a farce after all.
What do you mean, Inquisitor Barnham? I must admit I found the parrot's testimony quite impressive.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ. Even if that bird can accurately recall the sounds, it is clearly useless when it comes to the order of events.
Maybe there's a problem with the order.
First, the witch used magic to turn the victim into gold. Then, the witnesses arrived. it is reasonable to assume they cried out in terror when they did so. And yet, this testimony does not accurately convey such an order of events. It starts with a sudden scream, followed by the door abruptly opening, and then a witness crying out. Next, we hear the victim, having turned into gold, falling down. So far, so reasonable. But the real issue is as follows. God, he's been so wordy with it.
Yeah.
But the real issue is as follows. The parrot seems to think the witch cast her spell after the witness has entered. Such a suggestion is inconceivable. The reason is simple. At that time, the victim had already been turned into gold.
Oh,
Indeed, it is as you say, Inquisitor Barnham.
The parrot's capacity for imitation is excellent. I will concede that its testimony does have some entertainment value. However, this animal's testimony cannot be allowed to stand as proof in this honorable court of law.
Dearie me.
don't write Cracker off just like that.
Do you now see how foolish you were to summon this parrot as a witness?
Not good, Phoenix. Not good at all. Should I really go through with this cross-examination when it feels like everyone in this court is against me?
I mean, I think the idea is that, like, they're going, oh, it's weird, it's saying the order of events is out of order. And it's like, yeah, because the order of events is incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cross-examine Cracker. The defense wishes to cross-examine the witness.
What? Are you serious? Did you not hear what I said? Are you choosing to ignore my words?
Always do. A witness that cannot talk cannot lie either. This parrot's testimony is the naked truth.
Cheeky.
He's simply repeating the sounds as he heard them. It's humans who make assumptions about the meaning of those sounds and arbitrarily decide whether the testimony is good or not. But, as knights of the court, shouldn't we be striving to uncover the truth to which this parrot holds the key?
The truth, you say? Very well. Show us the truth that this bird purportedly knows. Interrogate that parrot. Meanwhile, I shall enjoy the show.
In Parrot Gate.
Will you? Will you do it, Mr. Wright?
It's not the weirdest thing that's happened to me.
Do you think it's hopeless?
Thanks for the vote of confidence there.
Thanks, Isabella.
Defender, you may interrogate the witness.
See, I don't know how the interrogation is going to go, honestly. I really
Press everything.
I really don't know.
What happens if you press it? Hold it. That's Maya screaming.
Oh, yeah. I may have let out a teeny scream. I was so horrified when the professor suddenly turned to gold like that, right before my eyes.
So that's when...
Objection! The accused seems to yearn for the flame so much that she cannot wait to receive her punishment. If she wishes to live any longer, she would be wise to remain silent. Don't want her to cast a spell on the people in the court or something.
I'm really sorry. I won't talk again, I promise.
Unfortunately for you, Sir Blue Knight, there is no way you can prove that it was the voice of the accused.
Objection! You're wrong, Inquisitor. All we need to do is have her voice print analyzed and we'll know straight away. Oh. Wait.
Voice print? Analyze what? A voice print?
It's nothing. Just forget what I said. Oh boy, this world is driving me crazy.
Honestly, this sort of thing, this voice print malarkey, sounds a little bit like witch talk to me.
Well then, you may carry on with the interrogation.
Alrighty. Slam.
Hold it!
Is that him falling over?
That's the door.
Was that the sound of a door being opened?
Open.
Oh!
Oh no!
La la la!
Oh my god! Hang on, let's see if.
He seems to be saying, "Don't ask me, mate."
Defender, this is getting us nowhere.
I know it's not, but Pete won't do the cross-examine thingy. It would seem so, Your Honor. Yeah, I can see that myself.
By the way, I was the one who opened the door. I was worried about the professor, so I barged right into the room.
Poor Luke.
Okay, so now we'll. Dear Jeremy, we know that's Miss Primstone anyway. But yeah, so we'll just skip through here real quick.
La, la, la. You have to do hang on!
La la la.
Excuse me, Mr. Birdley.
How may I help you, sir?
I'd been meaning to ask this before, but why are you still on the witness stand?
Oh, because it's my bird, you see, and I don't want him to run away with my bird. Are you suggesting I should leave my dear partner alone with strangers who cannot even sing?
Huh?
The very sight of Cracker causes the finest of songs to effortlessly form in my mind.
Rock, help
Stilton,
me, Rock.
cheddar, or smoked cheese. I like my crackers with any of these.
No.
That was the Cracker song. Is it not crisp and full of flavor?
Right. Anyway, would you mind remaining quiet for the rest of Cracker's cross-examination?
I suddenly got the munchies. Continue with the interrogation.
So that's what we needed to learn. Okay, guys, great.
Excellent. Pete, I apologize. Hold it! I think we all can agree that this sounds like Ms. Primstone, right?
It sounds nothing like me. How dare you? When we entered the room, we all kind of reacted in surprise. Oh, not again. But I guess the teacher's voice stifled all the rest.
It's going to be one of those things, isn't it, where every time we click on him, he's going to say some complete arse.
Yeah.
And then at the last one, the important one, he will actually say it.
Yeah.
Huh? What? I said arse.
Gabo!
What, arse? No!
Arse!
Miss Primstone is known for her
Stentorian.
stentorian rise of authority.
Voice.
Did I say rise of
Yes.
authority? Why did I say rise?
don't-
Stentorian rise of...
I don't know.
The first thing we should do is make sure we're followed.
Yeah, I don't get why, like, sometimes my brain will just register a completely different word to what. Sorry. Miss Primstone is known for her stentorian voice of authority, allowing her to easily rise above the chatter of unruly children. So I'm gonna say, rise is written there. So maybe I just,
okay,
maybe
yeah.
I somehow caught that. Her voice would still be ringing in the pupils' ears long after a class had finished. That takes me back.
If only Maya's scream was as easily recognizable.
Right, let's move on to the next sound.
Do you want me to press Birdley on the previous one? Do you want me to,
I guess so. Let's see what crappy.
I think we probably need to,
just in case?
unless it is the last one, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, I love
But you do.
That's true. Hang on!
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Birdley, can I ask you something? Why the hell are you still singing?
So many questions for Birdley the Bard, but most of them I shall disregard. I have felt your keen gaze upon me for a while now. You can't help admiring me, can you? Is it my hair? My delightfully agape maw?
Ew.
The statement you heard earlier. Was there anything you'd like to comment on?
I wonder if there was. My peerless companion, what do you think?
Shut up! Hang on! Hang on! Hang on! Hang on!
Oh, Mr. Wright. He's
I see.
he's imitating you perfectly. Oh, how adorable.
I can't say I share your love for the bird, Espella. Feels like it's mocking me.
Hang on! Hang on!
Carry on with the interrogation.
I'm so glad that they threw all of these non sequiturs in here. Because, you know,
It's not like
Hang
it wastes
on.
any time.
that's...
It was holding.
It's hold it. Hang on is when we point the, we look at someone else.
Hold it! That must be the sound of the professor falling over, I guess.
Oh, for God's sake, will you put a sock in it? I'm trying to grieve here. Professor,
La 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 la.
I guess I'd better not pursue this one.
Luke, you poor thing.
Here we go again.
And then the last one. The last one's gonna be the important one, isn't it?
Hold it!
Sound of the professor. La 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 la.
Hang on! Mr. Birdley, can I ask you something?
Shut the F up!
So many questions for Birdley the Bard, but most of them I shall disregard.
Again?
I have felt your keen gaze upon me for a while now. You can't help admiring me. What? Oh, is it literally?
What?
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 It's the same. Okay, so they couldn't think
This
of one
is
for
a
this
red
one.
herring. I love it. Love it.
Right. Goldor.
Godor.
Godor. Godor?
Yeah, it's no L.
Godo.
Oh.
It's
Wait a minute.
Godor.
Huh.
That's what it said.
Interesting. So then it wasn't actually magic.
Oh wait, because the spell is Goldor.
It's Goldor. If she said, and he remembers exactly what he heard. So if it was Godor, not Goldor, then that means that the gem that's in the spell, or that's in the magic cut, either isn't Goldor or the person didn't use any magic.
Yeah.
Which probably means that it was the same alchemical reaction that was used to turn the goat to gold.
Yeah.
Which probably means it was Grey Earl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ahem. That's the magic incantation, isn't it?
Objection! Preposterous! At this stage, the victim was already on the floor. The transmutation spell had to have been used much earlier than that.
But was it used much earlier than that?
No!
La 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 la!
Do you want to finish it?
I mean, I do, but I also, because I know how the saving is kind of a bit rubbish in this, but at the same time, we are over, so we probably should leave it.
Are you
We
sure?
should probably leave it till next time.
Okay.
La
it
la
has
la
been.
la.
It has been decided that we must end this fateful day.
Don't say it like that, because then it makes it sound like it's all Pete's fault that we can't watch it all
mean
at
it
once.
like that. Jesus. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. If you do like what we do,
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition!
Taylor, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
I
it.
beg your pardon, sir.
I didn't do it for any of the other ones, so I was doing it at an unexpected time. Mwahaha.
I can't imagine why you'd do that.
if you like what we do,
Oh no.
Please consider giving us a like, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday. And in the meantime, we've got plenty of other stuff. Why don't you go check it out while you're waiting for the next one?
Yeah.
We'll see you later, guys.
Catch you in the next
I
one.
don't know
every-
what I was trying to
It's like,
say.
And with that, we'll catch you in the next one, everybody.
Bye.
And remember, if you don't have a tape recorder handy, just grab the nearest parrot. It may save your life one day.